Couple of stories about my weekend and yesterday. Sunday was my first ever podcast, and for those of you who know me, I like to talk. Especially, I like to share experiences because personal experiences are what people are interested. Real life experiences. So the podcast that I was invited onto, I was talking about secret societies and how they manipulate people and they use people for energy. And part, I was a victim of this secret society. And still to this day, to a certain extent, I am, but this is why I like to share truth and I like to speak the truth. And it doesn't resonate with a lot of people, but what it does give me is peace in my heart. Because if you are not in your heart, you're in your head. And there's a lot of beliefs that put you in your head but forget about your heart. You disconnect from the heart. So this podcast will go live in a few days, and I'll send you a link on this live itself so you can tune into it. And the woman who I was doing the podcast with, I was waiting for her to ask questions. So I just kept on talking and talking and talking. She goes, "Ron, um, you talked for so long that I knew my audience would be interested in what you were saying, so I didn't want to interrupt you because you were in the flow." So this will be a really interesting podcast, my first podcast. She has 12,000 subscribers, and again, I can share my experiences on my healing journey and how I managed to become self healed through self empowerment, through self realization, not being attached to a specific belief system that actually keeps you trapped. Because heaven and hell is in your mind. You can wake up with a bad thought and you could be in your head for all day and you have no energy to give to the people that you love and who are looking for a little bit of care and attention. Yesterday was a good day because I spoke to two people. One was a woman in the morning who was talking about her experience with her father, and I could see she had a lot of energy trapped in her body from the father, more dominant on the right side, the way she was sitting. So, and then I asked her about what was your relationship like with your father, and she went all kind of teary. She goes, "Well, he supported us. He had to work hard, and he did the best he could." And I said, "So he was an absent father?" "Yes, he was." And I says, "So you are fearful of some things, aren't you?" "Yeah, I am. I am. I am fearful of a lot of things. I'm quite anxious in some cases, but I'm finding more peace since I went down the path of least resistance, which is I've went down yoga, meditation, breath work, tai chi. So I'm more softer in my body." I says, "Yeah, because you're softening your heart. Different choices of exercise will harden your heart, but that's an opinion." And that's why I like to encounter people on a different wavelength and share my experience. I was the same. I thought it was about running away from your problems, not facing them. But then as I got older and more wiser, let's say, because I look for answers, because I will research the truth. And when it's your truth, it resonates with you, and then you follow through in what you're doing. And you don't go into people's energy who doesn't believe in what you're saying, because that is in an equal energy exchange. It has to be equal. So then I said, so the father was absent. So how was he protecting your physical realm? Because if he wasn't there and you got scared about something, the male is supposed to come in and say, "Don't worry, come on. It's not really a ghost. It's not really a spirit. You haven't seen anything. Let's talk about it. And don't worry too much about um, the disease that's going around or whatever's going around, the war or whatever. Because this is all in your mind. Let's think about now, because I'm here to protect you." Now, a lot of absent fathers who chase their wealth during this time, their children are having a lot of anxiety because you weren't there to protect them. So you're just reiterating what your parents did. So you're just copy pasting. So you're not looking for the solution to the problem that your mind created. So let's think about the perspective of the female. The female is the emotional body. Now, if the husband is out working and not being there when the woman is looking for like a cuddle or support or reassuring, and she's emotionally getting sucked into what's actually going on in this realm, then what happens? She will take the light away from the child. And then you come home and then you're trying to balance things up. Why don't you talk to the daughter? Or why don't you talk to your son? He's just like you. How many people can resonate with that? Because all you're doing is you're trying to balance the energy. And it goes right back to your childhood. This is how my mother was with me. So it's a copy paste. So therefore, the woman who has no love and support from the father or the boyfriend or whatever will look for love and light from the child. And this is what happens. The child has a heart wall. The heart goes up so that the child can be stone cold. It can get misled into different areas, video games, gambling, violence, no heart, and they become cruel to animals because this is how they manipulate children's hearts. And there are dark forces at play here, manipulating the field, manipulating people's energy, vibration, and consciousness to keep you trapped. And then you go to the church and you go to the mosque and you go somewhere to pray, but you're back to square one. It's a bit like going to a physio and saying, okay, you're going to fix me. And then it says, oh, come back again, I'll fix you. So you're just going back to the same temple or place of worship, but you're not getting a solution. So what comes into play there? It's your consciousness. It's your own consciousness saying, hey, wait a minute, this isn't working, so I need to do something. Fix it. So this woman it was quite, she says, oh, I walked up there and I saw you, and then I came back and I knew I had to speak to you. And I said, yeah, you sat down here for a reason. She says, do you think it's a coincidence? I goes, no, it's a synchronicity because I will give you some information relevant to what you need to hear. Oh, I have a meeting at 11:30. I don't want to go. I said, you have to go to your meeting. But if it's someone that you don't resonate with, you don't have to give that person energy. Just agree, but always speak your truth. So then later on in that day, I met this guy, and he's like ex-professional football player, and then we're talking about the physical answer because that's my field. It's like I was like in cloud nine because I was resonating with the physical, and I was asking him of his injuries, and he said, "Oh yeah, knee injuries." And then I said, "Look at this chart. Look at this emotional pain chart. What do you see in this chart related to your knee injuries?" Uh, no, sorry, calf injuries. Calf injuries. And I said, "The left and the right calf. That's where you start to get injuries, yeah, towards the end of your career." What did it say? Men don't support you. Women don't support you. Left side is women. Men is right side. Right side of the body is the male energy. Left side is the female energy. So whatever pain you're experiencing in either side of your body, if you're going to the physio and you're going as a physical pain and it's not getting any better, it's emotional. And 99% of problems in the body, left and right, are emotional. So if you're having problems with the wife or the girlfriend or the mother, that your issues will be in the left side because if they keep coming back, it's emotional, it's not physical. But you're just going there and wasting your money, and that's what happens. You waste your money to the medical profession. Do you think the medical profession has a really good track record just now? So all I want you to do is think. Think, if you're a male, logically. Am I wasting my money? Can I self heal? Of course you can. Everyone can. But you've got to get quiet. Why is my wife very emotional? Not me personally, because my wife has had 5 years of me and 70 months 70 months of me following this path, and suddenly she is starting to realize that I am, well, it's not about me, it's not about I know, it's about what I found out through experience in the past 70 months, let's say. And I'm still learning. Every day is a lesson. But if you think your belief system is the right way, you have to unlearn a lot of shit. And yesterday, um, my wife said she woke up in the middle of the night, on Sunday, Monday, and she goes, "Oh, feeling really sick in my throat. It's really hurting and da 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 da." Not speaking, not got the voice. holding on to things like a lot of women do. That's why they get overactive thyroids, that's why they get thyroid issues. I said to her, I said, go and gargle with some salt. Go and drink some colloidal silver and do some humming. So humming is a very powerful thing to do. You can heal any pain in your body. So I would like you to try it. So every time you have, say, like a pain or discomfort in your head, your body, just go take a deep breath in and just hum. Buzz like a bee. And you'll be surprised. You focus that hum on that specific area. You do it 5 times, 5 breaths, and I guarantee it will dissipate. So the more you do this, the more you heal. It's all about empowerment. It's all about self-healing. So when I asked my wife to hum and when she was humming, and because intuitively sometimes she listens and sometimes she's not. There's no I'm not judging my wife because it was her that guided me into the heart and into this real healing journey. But sometimes when you're trying to, if you're helping a lot of people and then you give your wife advice or someone advice and you that's close to you, oh, that's I don't believe. So when she did this, I felt this burning sensation in my stomach, and I was through in the toilet and I was almost throwing up while she was humming. And then she goes, "What's wrong with you?" And I goes, "That's the intuitiveness between husband and wife or your partner that finally they're actually listening to you and they are believing in what you said." So I said to her, I said, "So how you feel after that?" She goes, "I feel really good. It's much better." I said, "So it went from not being able to go out that day to being able to go out." Now most people would have taken a pill. Most people would went to the doctors. Stop going to the doctors. We are more powerful than you can ever imagine. Stop giving away your power. Stop living in fear. Stop believing in a system that no longer serves you. Because if you don't believe in yourself, who are you going to believe in? Who are you going to trust? You're going to believe deception? You're going to believe lies? Because I tell you what, most religions say if you don't follow this, you will go to hell. Hell is every day you wake up if you have a program of fear in your mind. Heaven is every day when you wake up, when you are in your courage, when you're bringing in light, when you're bringing in love. Because the key is love. That is the frequency where there is no disease existing in your body. You ever been in love? And you could eat anything, you could do anything, but you are oozing this love. Whether it's a love of your pet, whether it's a love of your wife, whether it's a love of your child, you never get sick. It's only when the light is taken away from you, from what you watch on TV, what you plug into. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, why are they killing all these people? Yes, it's sad, but don't waste your energy on it because you can't do anything about it. What can you do about it? Waste your energy and get sick? Because when your frequency goes below the frequency of 90, then that's sadness. Sadness is a frequency of 80. So when you're sad, you bring in that frequency. So you open up disease in your body, and then you get sick, and then you go to the doctors, and they program you even more. I mean, look at the cancer industry as an example. I don't even want to talk about it because it fucking makes me angry, and it makes me angry how people actually go to the doctors and they say take this chemotherapy. It's not a fucking therapy. It was a mustard gas in the war. It was chemical warfare that destroyed the organs in the body. Okay, it killed the cancer because it's a fucking poison. Of course, it's going to kill it. It's going to kill the cell, but it kills the rest of your organs. So no one dies from like cancer of the breast or whatever. They die from the disease that has damaged the other organs in the body. When the body says, fuck it, I give up. You can't fucking poison me anymore. I'm not going through another bout of chemotherapy. But you can fucking heal yourself. Every disease has a frequency. So you can be in a frequency of 90, where you can manifest the disease, or you can be in a frequency of love, where the disease doesn't exist. So that's my rant for today, or that's my story for today. And look out for this podcast. It will be in this link. And let me know your views. And if you are interested, I can guide you how to heal yourself. It's pretty simple. And if you are not on the right path to self healing after 3 sessions, I'll give you your money back. But you've got to be open. You got to be honest. You got to be authentic. You got to want to heal because this is the time. If I can do it, so can you. Okay, have a beautiful day. Take care.